Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Now, if you've watched this channel for any length of time, you've heard me say this before. Watches are usually a pretty terrible investment. And I always tell you guys, buy what you like, don't buy what you think is going to make you money. But today, I'm breaking that rule, and I'm going to tell you of some good watches that will make you money if you can get them at retail. Big word is if. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing the Panerai Daylight Luminor, the chronograph. I'm going through the watch box and starting to put in rotation pieces I don't wear too often. This is definitely one of them, but man, I really love that on that OEM distressed strap. And also, go take a look at delraywatch.com. New watches in inventory today, Speedmaster with a box and papers, Rolex Explorer 1, as well as some very cool things in the hot deal section that are heavily discounted. Go check it out, delraywatch.com, link in the description below. So guys, not all watches are bad investments. Most of them are, I'm not gonna lie, but not all of them are. And below I've compiled a list of 5 watches that if you can get them at the right price, or hell, even if you buy them at the inflated price, chances are they're really gonna go up in value. Now, there's 2 things about this. First is, if you're a watch collector, you've probably heard of these watches. It's going to be nothing new. And secondly is, most of these watches are going to be $10,000 or above. It's very rare that an affordable watch, under $3,000, really goes up too much in value. Of course, there are exceptions to that, like the Omega Mark 40s recently, the Seiko Alpinist for Hodinkee. So I'm not saying that doesn't exist, but the kind of ones that come to mind, the ones that I can pretty much guarantee you are going to go up in value, are going to be in that heavier price point. And this list is in no particular order. Let's get the obvious one out of the way. The Rolex Steel Daytona. Brand new, $12,400 retail. Brand new market price means what you can buy it for on the forums, $23,500. And only climbing. Guys, that's about 100% increase, or just below. What can we say? Probably the most in-demand watch on this list, followed closely by another one. This one, I always say is going to end up dropping, but it just doesn't. I've been wrong all these years, and it doesn't show any signs of slowing down. So Rolex Daytona, almost about 100% increase. Second is the other obvious one, Patek Philippe 5711 Nautilus Blue Dial. About $31,000 retail. I couldn't find the exact price on this, but I know it's about $31,000. It sells for about $60,000 brand new on the market, on the forums, eBay, stuff like that. That's also about 100% increase. Now this watch, it's a little surprising because usually, people can afford $23,000, $23,500. I'm not saying it's a good buy, but there's a lot more people that can afford $23,500 that can afford $60,000. So obviously this watch is really the grail watch for the ultra wealthy. And I remember I sold this watch about a year ago, brand new, for $48,000. So it's gone up $12,000 in less than a year. That's kind of nuts, and that growth is much bigger than the Daytona. Next is a watch I own, and the last Rolex on this list, and that is the Rolex Submariner Hulk, green bezel, green dial. Retail, $9,050, but it sells for about $13,000 brand new. This is more reasonable. The increase is nowhere near 100%, but it's still a big chunk of change for a watch that they've, let's face it, they've produced hundreds of thousands of them throughout the years. At least that's my guess, at least 100,000. So not particularly hard to get, but very much in demand, and of course a lot more palatable as it's about half the price of a Daytona. I love my Hulk, I'm never going to sell it, and it's just a perk that if I ever do want to sell it, I'm going to make my money back and then some. Fourth is one that I completely forgot about, and that is the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Jumbo Ultra Thin with the blue face. This is the boutique-only version. $24,000 retail, sells for $37K. Now this is the most historically accurate version of the Royal Oak to the original. It has the AP logo, it's ultra thin, the movement is finished to a much higher degree, and this is the OG Royal Oak. This is by far the best one in the lineup, and I actually think this compared to a Nautilus, boy, is it great value. Is it still way above retail? Sure it is, but I think you get a lot more for your buck. And now the last watch on my list, and the one with probably the highest potential long-term in my opinion, even though historically it doesn't seem to be, it is the FP Jorn Chronomètre Bleu. The 38-39mm dress watch in tantalum. Notice how all of these have been sports watches, because that's the craze right now, but this is a dress watch with the blue dial in tantalum. 25K roughly retail, selling for about $32,000. Now this is genuinely a rare watch. They really don't make too many of these. FP Jorn, the namesake of the brand, you know, he's not going to live forever. Chanel owns part of the brand as well. I think this one, you know, God forbid when FP Jorn finally leaves us, or if this watch stops production, is really going to be an all-time collector's favorite. Just because of the rarity, the scarcity, and the name on the dial. Now guys, I know what you're saying. Well, yeah, good luck trying to find those at retail. I never said it would be easy. I just wanted to give you a few examples of watches that actually are good investments. And actually, all of these watches, I think, if you buy any of them, maybe not the Nautilus, because the Nautilus is really high, but I could be wrong, this is just an opinion. If you buy any of them, even at these inflated prices, I do think you're going to, at the very least, not lose money. So wear a watch, you know, spend, I don't know, $37,000 on a Royal Oak, which seems like a lot, but you can wear it, you can enjoy it, and in a couple of years, you might be able to most likely get all your money back, if not make a little bit of a profit. So essentially, it's better than a savings account with almost 0% interest. I can think of a lot better ways to stash money, you know, if I had these amounts, to stash money than just putting it in the bank. Why not put it into one of these cool watches? Anyway, I'm definitely not licensed to give financial advice, so maybe what I said was incredibly stupid, but, you know, hindsight being 2020, it wouldn't have been that stupid, actually. Anyway, guys, what do you think? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and makes sure that I know whether you like or don't like the content. And of course, stick around. More episodes to come soon. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.